Yeah, and when I think of your brand, I think that your Canva tips, tricks, and hacks was more about there's a very practical angle.
Yes.
Like, I think of you as being, like, a realist and being like I'm gonna show you that, like, this isn't as hard as you're making it to be for yourself,
Yeah.
and that's very similar in my content as well, but, like, I like my stuff to be a little more magical.
Yes, I know. You put the sparkle and magic, and I'm like, here it is. Like,
You're
here,
like,
you
"Here's the
can go
stuff.
do this.
This is the thing."
And well, and
Um
I tell people one of the things that I say to people is like, you can figure out exactly what I do and how I do it if you looked at all my content. Like
Yes,
I give you my business, paid or
completely.
free, whatever. If you looked at everything, you could figure out how I do what I do. You know, like so I give away every single little thing. So I am the practical systems approach to this creative world. And then you have your fun little sparkle, which I very much appreciate because my brain doesn't work in that
Yeah,
way.
but I think what we're saying here is, like, lean into the things that you have that make you you, which sounds so
Yep.
corny and so
Mhm.
contrived and so, like, just be
But it's
unique. I
true.
hate that advice, but it's
Yeah.
so true because
Mhm.
there's a million brand designers out there that do
Yeah.
work that looks just like mine and that look is better than mine, to be honest. And
Yeah.
they're probably cheaper than me too. Like,
Yeah.
I know that exists. So as we're all going to this era where it's like content, 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 like, don't just make for the sake of throwing stuff out there, but do the thing that's most
Yeah.
authentic to you, regardless of the
Exactly.
viewership, regardless of the reach. Someone had this great TikTok this last week that said she's like, I had two videos go viral this last week. They both got 2 million views. She goes,
Oof.
and that's great, but it's kind of like getting a Tesla, but there's like a turd smeared across the back seat.
Yes, it's so true. It's
Cause she's like,
listen,
I don't know anyone that wouldn't take the Tesla, but you'd be like, oh,
you're like, "Oh, there's
you'd be
shit
like,
in my
oh,
back
but
seat."
still,
Yeah,
it's
I
still
get it.
shit. There's still
Yes,
shit in there.
it's funny. I've actually created content around this specific topic. I have a whole YouTube video about why you don't wanna go viral sometimes. Like, it comes with a lot more headaches than you think, and you get a lot of trolls and you get a lot of craziness. But yeah, it's true that, I it'll be interesting to also see the level of virality that people are going to get
Yeah.
as more people jump on TikTok. We're not seeing, at least for me, I know that my viral videos that have those million views, half a million views, I don't think we're going to have, it's not
No,
going to be as easy anymore.
no.
It definitely won't. And that's not TikTok's fault. Everybody always jumps, it's the algorithm. I said, no, it's simple math. Double the amount of people are now on TikTok. So
Supply
you
and
have to,
demand.
exactly. So
There's
it's not
way
going to
more
be as easy.
supply. There's way more
Mhm.
supply. There's more demand, but now there's way more
With
supply.
more supply. Yes, 100%. Absolutely.
So, but also, does it matter to hit 2 million views if you land two $20,000 clients? Like, not
Yeah.
really,
No, who cares? I was like,
right?
I would much rather you have maybe 10,000 views on your video and hit that goal. Because I'm telling you,
Totally.
the management of that piece of content, there's so much that comes behind a viral TikTok video. And it's like, we got to raise those curtains. I'm telling you, the trolls will affect your mental health. And I'm a tough cookie, but sometimes I'm like, just
Yeah.
shut up. Just please
Yeah.
shut up. Then
Yeah.
there's like, you get all the DMs, all the emails of people wanting to work with you, and they didn't even go and look at your profile. Do you know I get pitched by brands who
Yes.
haven't even looked at my profile and they're like, "Hey, would you like a water bottle for your cat?" And I'm like, "If you look for 2 seconds, I have a dog."
Right.
Things like that.
Right.
So, there's a lot of this stuff and it's like, yes, this is all great. Same thing like you said. It's awesome to have a Tesla, but if you don't have anywhere to charge it, if you don't have
Mhm.
the space for it, like
Mhm.
what value is it going to give you? That kind of thing as well.
Mhm. Oh my gosh, so true. I went in on and I shared this on my TikTok as well, and we talked about it a few podcast episodes back, somebody who just, hit me up in my live stream saying, "Are you hiring? I want a remote job."
Yeah. I
And
get
I'm
those
like,
all the
"No, no,
time
no, no,
too.
no, 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 no.
I get
This is
those
not how
all the
this goes."
time.
So again, like, pandemic happens, both of our businesses kind of take off. I mean, mine
Yeah,
definitely did. Mine
mine did too.
transformed because of TikTok.
Yep.
Um, and things went from a very, like, professional space pre-COVID where, like, I was the only one of my friends that worked remotely, and my friends thought it
Yeah.
was so weird that, "Oh my god, you work from
Same.
home? Gross."
You work from home? Yes, that's
Yeah.
why they're like, aren't you bored?" And I was like, "No, this is
No,
great."
it's amazing. So we went from that to the pendulum swinging the other way to now I kinda need the pendulum to go back to, like, I think we're gonna see a division between the people that are professional and the people that aren't
Yes.
professional,
Uh-huh.
because there's something to be said about, like, you still need to conduct yourself with the energy, especially in a service or product-based business,
Yeah.
of if you're just creating things for the sake of creation, like, you're not really helping yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
So
mean?
true. Yeah,
I'm ready for things to
absolutely.
kind of, like, course correct and come back to
Yes.
a
You're
little
like,
more professional.
yeah, no, I totally get it because and I have a lot of people that'll come to me for consultation or just questions in my DM too. And I'm like, I'll go and look at their profile on TikTok, Instagram, whatever that looks like, just to bring in this professional aspect. And they're like, oh my God, I had viral videos. I'm following all your tips and tricks and all this stuff, but I'm not making sales. And I'm like, well, you're not promoting your business. There's
Mhm.
still that level of professionalism that I think we've gotten away from, that people are scared to then go and say, here's a reel that's, it's still fun and trending, but I'm going to promote my business at the end. I'm going to have a call to action at the end. And I'm like, you're missing that component. And again, you're going to be discouraged if it doesn't perform as high. But when you see those dollar bills come in, you're not going to be discouraged anymore. So
Totally.
that's where I can see
Totally.
that sense of professionalism. We need to swing it back in for sure. It's like, it's okay to still promote yourself. It's
Right.
okay. Yeah.
Right. It is, and there's a way to do it in a way that doesn't feel yucky if you believe in what you're saying. Like if
Yeah.
you believe in it and I'm talking about this with my client, same skin. Love her to death.
Yeah.
Michelle, Bombay to Brooklyn. She's amazing. But I think she felt like a personal sense of guilt trying to like sell her own idea.
Yeah.
And I said, just you holding space for this community. The business it's a digital storytelling platform for BIPOC entrepreneurs and BIPOC women to tell their stories of
Yeah.
grief or hardship or success or failure or whatever. But basically, she just wanted to create an open room where anyone could be welcome because we are of the same skin. And I was like,
Yes.
I love this mission.
It's
And I think
amazing.
she felt, and I don't mean to put words in her mouth, but what she's kind of expressed to me is like she felt badly about trying to charge people any money to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And I said, if that's the case, be a nonprofit. But like you work
Yeah.
too hard at this for it to not be a for profit business. So
Exactly.
give people an opportunity to invest in you.
You exactly.
Give
People
it to
are
them.
yeah, and it's hard because it's like right now I would say in the last 6 months, we are in this season of pump out more content, give, 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 give. And I'm like, you can still give. And this is like, again, I feel like sometimes I feel like a coach or a therapist when people come to me with these questions, but I'm like, you can't give stuff for free if you're not making money. So you
Literally,
need to bring the
literally,
money in, and
literally.
then you can still serve that community that might not buy from you, but you still need to have a business. Otherwise, this is an expensive ass hobby. And again, you're not going to be making money. And in order to make the money that you need to make, we can't feel guilty about it. And again, there's so much that goes into this, but you can take that money and do more powerful things, serve that
Yes,
community, give those
yes,
freebies,
yes.
whatever that looks like.
Because
Um,
money is just an abstract way to exchange energy.
yes.
And
Yep.
if you think about it
100%.
that way, then it doesn't feel yucky because it's like, okay, I'm
Yes.
taking in energy and I'm expending energy. And we talked about this.
Yeah.
It sounds woo woo, but it's very true.
It's true.
It's true. We talked about it with Michelle of Holisticism. She's a
Yeah.
great TikTok account, but
Yeah.
she talked about you have to think of your business as its own entity and it needs to have degenerative and regenerative actions. So it
Yes.
needs to regenerate as much as it outputs. So if you're constantly in output and you never recharge that battery, you never
Yep.
regenerate the funds, you never regenerate the operating anythings, then
Yep.
you're just going to be left with nothing, crumbs.
Yeah, exactly. And then you cannot serve that community that you so much want to
Literally.
serve. Like
Literally.
it's the cycle of it, the wheel of it. And I think we get stuck in that again with these last 6 months of in content, to wrap this back into content, that everybody thinks they just need to give away everything. And I am all about that. I will give you as much, but I am also going to promote the hell out of myself to, again, fund my business, fuel my career so that I can do that. And most of the time, my people are like, you need to charge more for this. You need to do more and I will pay for more, that kind of thing. And that's so refreshing and rewarding to know that my community is still there for me as well when I do want to promote myself.
To put it on the flip side, the other
Mhm.
thing I've kind of been expressing to my team and talking with my mom and my sister and like people that own businesses is like, I am so happy to pay my team to take
Yes.
on more responsibility. I was
Yeah.
like, you come to me and say, I want to learn more. Hey, Michelle, I noticed we're not doing XYZ, or hey, I'd love to get experience doing this. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
But I think there's also a mentality, and I think it's left over from corporate of I've been doing this long enough, therefore now I charge more.
Yeah.
That is
Mhm.
not how that works. It's
Yep.
prove your worth,
Yes.
show your results,
Yep.
deliver on your promise, over deliver,
Yep.
but then that justifies a raise in price or based on demand, etc.
Yep.
But I have even on my roster, like I have clients that I will go to the ends of the earth for. And I
Yes.
like never I get to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to charge them $1 for this because I just
I
want to do it
know.
so bad. I
Yes,
just want to do it so bad. And
I
so,
get it.
but now it's a thing of like they're seeing me grow. And I'm like,
Yep.
yeah, this is what we're doing for all our other clients. Wink, wink. Like, in
Yep,
case
we
you
can do
want to
that
like up your
for you.
package. And then they
Exactly.
do. And then they do
Yes.
because they're like, wait a second. Yes. Okay. Yeah. We like what you're doing. Can we do that? And I'm like, okay,
Exactly.
yes, please, please.
Yep.
Do you have that
100%.
experience?
Yeah, for sure. So, especially when we saw the shift a couple years ago, my clients, the video marketing thing, again,
Mm-hmm.
obviously this became very prevalent in the last couple of years. I would test things out with them and be like, okay, I can do a little bit for you for free, but if this works and you want to continue doing it, I am going to charge more. So, yes, it's not necessarily showing your value, but I have up leveled and taken my skills to another level. And if you're going to benefit from it, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay for it. Not
But not
unfortunately,
unfortunately, fortunately for
fortunately.
you.
Yes.
Fortunately for you, a
Yep.
rising tide lifts all boats. So if the things I make
Yes.
for you crush, then like,
Yes.
yeah,
You're
you're
going
going to
to
make
make
more
more.
money. And then
Exactly.
I'm going
Yeah.
to make more. And then you're going to make more.
Yep.
And then that's how that goes.
Yes. Well, and then the other thing too is it's like I did have a little bit of pushback from one person. It's always there's always one
There's
troll.
always
I
one.
was raising my price for my membership. When I first launched it, it was a $97 lifetime access, and it was 29 a month, 35 a month, and now it's $49 a month.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, can I please have it when you marketed it back 6 months ago?" And no, that's not how this works. Number one.
Nope.
Number two, the value that I've put into that membership, there are 10 more lessons in there. I am now doing 4 monthly lives, whereas before it used to just be one. I'm like, there is more value there. I'm not just raising the price because I want to make more money. Yes, that is also part of it, but I'm investing more time, money, and energy into this as well. So yeah, it
But their
happens.
return is higher. It's not even
Yes.
about what you put into it. What
Yep.
they're going to get out of it
Get
is
out
now
of it.
better.
Exactly.
And when you're a
Exactly.
designer and you're a service-based business owner or you're a creative like yourself or a strategist, like
Yep.
people will pay the difference to have things even just run smoothly.
Yes, I will. I know I will. Like, for instance, oh, it gets me all the time. I'll give you a perfect antidote. Today, I did invest in a workshop and I was like, she had an upsell at the end. Here's some email templates to go along with the thing that you're learning how to do. And I said, sold. I will,
Mhm.
because that's going to make my life so much easier. I can then pass it off. I can fill out whatever I need to, pass it off to a copywriter, pass it off to an email marketer to get an approval. But I'm like, that's going to make my life so much easier. And that's kind of what I've done with my membership too, is it's like, I'm giving you templates, I'm giving you the process, I'm giving you the systems. And I'm like, your life, you're going to save about 40 hours of your week because you're able to tap into these resources. So yeah, I will pay for it as well.
And it's experience building. I mean,
Yeah.
think about the difference between like let's take two restaurants for example. I'm in San Diego. I love tacos.
Yeah.
The tacos at the taco cart, delicious, right?
Yeah.
But they're on a styrofoam plate and you pull a number and the guy doesn't look you in the eye and whatever and it's kind of
Yeah.
chaos and it's loud and trucks are whizzing by whatever. Versus and let's say it's like $10
Yes.
versus going to like I like Javier's. Fancy. This is like the fancy Mexican food place.
Yes.
Beautiful. Ambiance 100. Candles everywhere. Huge chandelier.
Love it.
Giant bar table. Are
Yep.
the tacos as good as the taco cart? No.
No, they're not.
No. Are they worth $37? No.
No.
But that's
Nope.
not what I'm paying for.
Yeah, you're
I'm
like
paying
the
for the
ambiance.
vibes. I'm
Yeah.
paying for the whole experience, the
Yep.
vibes, the everything.
Yep.
And for the not only are you paying for the experience, you're paying for the who's everyone else in this room right now?
Yes.